Do you see a growing momentum for Europe to deepen engagement with China?
To answer your question about the growing momentum, well, let's break down what Europe, with the EU and the UK is facing nowadays with U.S. basically abandoning European security, as some analysts have been pointing it out. Well, first of all, I think for EU and UK, Europe as a whole, it needs to start treating China not as a competitor, but as an ally. As we said previously, China is a force for stability. It has not been engaged in a war for over 45 years. It's an economic powerhouse. And I think history has showed us that obviously with different administrations within UK governments or European governments, Europe has tend to be more pragmatic when it comes to especially economic cooperation. And I think let's do it on a more theoretical and hypothetical or rational form, because rationally and practically speaking, with the U.S. turning its back on Europe, especially for security commitments, I think it's very pragmatic and rational for European countries to go to China as an alternative ally to counterbalance against the tariffs imposed by Trump, but also the security commitments imposed by Trump. And on the more, on the ground side, EU, I think in 2023 is China has been the EU's largest trading partner after the U.S. And the UK, China is the UK's third largest trading partner. And, take the UK as an example. For the UK to really reach its net zero target by 2050, China is indispensable in this role. And if you go down to the streets in London right now, you can see the cars, BYD, and not just BYD, but the buses are owned by Geely. And we can actually see actual cooperation, and on the ground things are happening right now. So I think especially, with now the UK government turning from conservative to Labour, they're having a much more pragmatic approach and realizing that we cannot be over-reliant on the United States, especially in terms of climate and economic cooperation. Right. China is an ally, and it is just the right thing to cooperate with China.